And so everybody does criminal or immigration or family law. And I just wasn't interested in that. Personal injury, these are the big four that everybody goes into. I was interested in doing something different, particularly somewhere where people just weren't being represented, and it just turned out that landlord tenant law was one of those places, and I think it's that way because these cases just go so fast that most people don't even think about hiring counsel, and so I started out actually representing tenants in these cases. I figured, well, there's a market there. Nobody's advertising to them, and so I went straight to soliciting cases for tenant representation, and that's really how I cut my teeth and learned the law and learned what the courts do and do not want. And then after a couple of years, I flipped sides, and now I predominantly represent landlords in all sorts of landlord cases.
What made you flip sides? Anything particular that made you just go, let me move to landlord law versus tenant?
Well, a couple of things. Number one, to get tenant clients, I mean, you have to go through a ton of potential clients before you get to an actual serious client who's willing to hire you and go the distance with the case. And then in terms of repeat clientele, that's definitely better with landlords, because if you got a repeat tenant in an eviction matter, they just don't know how to pay the rent. And so if they can't pay the rent, they're probably not going to pay their legal bills. And so it was an easy evolution, because once I understood the law and what it took to win cases, it was very easy then to take that expertise and tell landlords. In fact, more than once, I would be at trial against a landlord, and then that landlord would say, "Hey, can I have your business card?" Sure, I can't help you on this case, but anything else, I'll be happy to help you. So that's kind of how that metamorphosis took place.
So if you had a repeat tenant client, the judge is like, "Mr. Garcia, I think it's time to let him go."
I'll tell you, that happened on a couple of occasions where we're back, Judge. This landlord still doesn't got it, and we're going to slap him around a little bit more. Maybe he'll get the hint, and he'll hire me for the next one. But who knows?
That's funny. So it just started out with tenants, and then eventually landlords are just asking you, "Hey, man, you were on it. Can we hire you instead and not have to?"
Yeah, that was kind of the slow trickle at first, and so the other way that I sought out landlords was through solicitation. And so in the legal practice, you are allowed to send out, a letter to people who are involved in a lawsuit. And so you can send out some basic advertising saying, "Hey, you've got a case in such and such court. I'd like to, if you're interested, you can give me a call. I'd like to talk to you, see if there's maybe something we can do to assist you." Yeah. And so you send out thousands of letters, every month, and you get a few bites, and people will call you and say, "Well, what can you do that, differently than I'm already doing? I do a ton of these all the time. What can you offer?" And so you get your foot in the door, and you talk to landlords, and you talk to them about maybe the weaknesses of their case, or how you can use your expertise to get them out of a jam. Typically, we get calls from people who are like at wit's end. They don't know what to do because they only have a limited understanding of the law. And so that's where we step in, and we can be a real asset to landlords.
So
but yeah, it was as simple as just getting my name out there. The Facebook group and my YouTube channel it really were the seeds to that just explosion in the Houston area, though.